Moin, willkommen zurück bei Everlasting Summer. Ich dachte mir so, nach diesem ganzen Zombie-Gemetzel, da muss ich einfach mal was Nettes spielen. Also gehen wir zurück in die heile Welt von Everlasting Summer, wo alles gut ist. Und dann fiel mir wieder ein, dass alles total eigenartig sind und wir in einem Camp voller Teenager und alle sind komisch. Aber vielleicht finden wir mal heraus, warum. Wenn ich mich recht entsinne, es ist schon ein bisschen her, sind wir mit Lena in der Krankenstation und sortieren gerade irgendwelche Medikamente und versuchen irgendwie eine Konversation am Laufen zu halten, aber sie stirbt einfach immer wieder. Es ist schon sehr schwer. Okay, gucken wir mal. I wasn't quite satisfied with such a state of things. Sometimes it looked like she hides something behind the mask of shyness. But what? You know, I read a book not so long ago. Do you like science fiction? Not much. Damn, another fail. Well, if you don't like it, then what books do you like? Different kinds. Komm, gib ihm Futter. Komm, sei nicht so gemein. The conversation wasn't going smoothly, and I had to turn it for the better. Who knows why, but I thought about Discord again. Feelings of uneasiness, discomfort, and even shame overwhelmed me once more. Looks like I'm not that different from Lena when it comes to such things. I'm afraid and shy of things I don't understand or can't do. Ja, wie jeder Mensch, ne? I should probably overcome my own fears before all else. And this will help me to understand her better. I've made up my mind. There are only a couple of boxes left. Yes. I have got an idea. How about we go to the canteen afterwards? I think the tape recorder was brought back there. What is it doing in the canteen? Anyway. I hesitated. What for? Her sincere look made it clear that she hasn't the slightest idea what I'm going to offer. Ach, dieses schlechte Englisch macht mich fertig. Well, frankly speaking, I just don't know how to dance. That's why I don't like it. This is the reason I was confused back there. Maybe I could thank you by dancing with you. But She stopped sorting out the medicine for a moment, blushed and looked right in my eyes. I got a bit stubborn. It really was a stupid idea. It's okay if you don't want to. I don't insist. What if someone sees us? I certainly didn't think about it. It's not a big deal, but everybody is asleep already. And no one is going to get to the canteen at night. How will we get in there? I should have thought about it beforehand. Well... That moment I regretted that I still didn't get my cell phone from the leader's cabin. Olga Dimitrievna talked my head off then and I forgot it. Anyway, I had to say something to get away from this awkward topic. Vielleicht hätten wir doch den Schlüssel von Slavia mitnehmen sollen jetzt. Naja. What kind of music do you like? Different kind... Different from what? Ich hab doch noch gar nichts gesagt. Boah. Sag doch einfach, ich bin nicht interessiert. Mädels, hört auf, die Jungs so an der Nase rumzuführen. I'm not really into it. Then let's imagine that it's playing now. I mean that we hear it playing. How's that? Like it plays in your head, Dumbo. I still remember the melody pioneers were dancing to. Music and words were clear in my memory. I'm not sure I can do it. You can just try. Probably. I've got her consent. Naja, sort of. In Lena's case, even that probably can be considered yes. Nein, Jungs, nur ja heißt ja. Auch bei Männern übrigens. Naja. Mal schauen. We silently sorted medical supplies the rest of the time, writing down its names and quantity. I should pay more attention to every word I say after such luck. I kept silence most of the time though. Soon we finished the last box. I gave Lena the filled-up list and started to stare at her, like I saw a Bigfoot riding a motorcycle while juggling piglets. Das ist gar nicht creepy. It was amazing, frightening, and above all, mesmerizing. She suddenly broke out laughing. Oh, süß. What? That look of yours. Nee, that look of yours. What about it? It's just funny. Really? Yes. So, where are we going to go? Where? Her last words have unsettled me. I completely forgot what we were talking about. Frankly speaking, I have completely left this world for a moment. Well, you know, dancing. Lena brushed right away, and her face got a strange expression of shyness, uneasiness, and fear. Yes, sorry, I was just lost in a thought. Let's go to the pier. I don't know why I've chosen that place. Maybe because you could run into Pioneer the Square in the resident area or near the canteen, but not on the pier. That's what I thought at least. Hier erwischt euch auch keiner. Or maybe because of the large bright moon reflecting on the water in the night. And it's a full moon today. I don't know how, but this decision just offered itself. Mir fällt gerade dieses gruselige Bild ein, dieses Dämonenbild, als wir das erste Mal ihr Gesicht gesehen haben. Es wäre total cool, wenn sie sich in einen Werwolf verwandelt oder so, aber ich glaube, das wird nicht passieren. Schade. If you don't like it, then we can... No, that's a real nice place. Nina locked the door and we made our way to the pier. Entschuldigung. So. Night fell on the sleeping camp. Should we follow the alley? Why? We'll be faster through the forest. There's a nice path there. It's dark there. Are you afraid? Not really. If you want to... Okay. But can I... Oh. Without finishing, she grabbed onto my arm. Was passiert hier? Nur Menschen... Egal. Is it okay with you? Man, du drückst ihm deine Brust gegen den Arm. Das ist bestimmt total okay. Now it was my time to blush. Of course. Ich kann mich übrigens viel besser in diesen Charakter reinversetzen, wenn man nie sein Gesicht sieht. Das ist total toll. We walked through the forest. It was hardly a forest though. More like a small grove between the camp and the pier. About 100 meters long. I would never think that there's something to be afraid of, even on my own. But it just seemed like Lena's fear was contagious. The branches swayed over us. I shuddered, and Lena clung to my arm even stronger. Don't be afraid. It must be a squirrel. Yeah. We reached the pier. The night was really beautiful. Die haben wieder so einen hübschen Himmel gemalt. I walked closer to the river and called Lena. Look! The pier, the boathouse, and the moon were reflecting the water. It looked like another world, with the surface of water being the door to Wonderland. You can just jump and find yourself on the other side. May I invite you for a dance? Ich bin auf einmal irgendwie Brite geworden. I stretched my hand to her and bowed clumsily. Lena hesitated. I must have overdone it with mannerism. There's nothing to fear. I am not good at it too. Why too? She never said she can't dance. Dance? Though it was kind of obvious. Okay. Lena gave me her hand. Oh, die Musik ist wieder laut geworden, oder? Ich muss mal kurz diese romantische Stimmung. Hä? Ist ganz... Was? Okay. Lena gave me a hand. I let her a bit aside and gently put my arm around her waist. We just stood like that for a few moments.
And what next?
Well, I don't know. Do you remember that song?
Hardly. But I remember.
Ja, was jetzt hardly oder? Ja. Great, let's waltz at its movies. As in the movies.
How's that?
Instead of answering her, I carefully started to move in a circle with Lena. See? Not that hard at all.
Yeah.
We waltzed for a few minutes. Or whatever you could call that. I felt her warmth wahrscheinlich, though we were not that close to each other. Her chest heaved heavily, and her face started to blush more and more. Lena didn't look at me, averting her eyes from one side or another. I suddenly realized that I never felt anything like this before. It was tenderness overtaking reality, as if I found myself in another, better world. I realized that I don't want to let this girl go, and that I would give up anything just to go on waltzing with her forever. I clasped Lena stronger, and only then she looked straight at me. There was surprise and confusion in her gaze, but no fear whatsoever. She wasn't afraid of me and didn't push me away.
And you say you can't dance?
I really can't. I was confused. I didn't expect that reaction of her. Where was her confusion, shyness, and fear disappeared? You two danced pretty good.
No.
A playful smile crossed her face. Or it just seemed to me? No, I swear I saw it. How is that possible? The image of shy and modest Lena wasn't going together with this moment at all. What should I say? What should I do next? I could only keep on waltzing with her in this dance, which was getting stranger with every passing minute. Semyon! Someone! Where are you? The voice came from the edge of the forest. Olga! Moment killer! Damn worst timing ever. Semyon! It was Olga Dimitrievna. She must have been worrying because I had to be back a long time ago. I could have guessed that tireless camp leader would start searching for a lost pioneer. I should have warned her beforehand. There's no point in thinking about it now. Lena looked at me questioningly.
Be seen together will not be the best thing to happen.
Wir sind ihr peinlich. Verständlich. Why? Let's go and tell her that everything is alright.
No, let's hide and return to the camp later.
Later? Her idea was strange. Everything was going so well. At least something was starting to work out. Seemed like it did. But what was that something? Okay then. I decided not to argue. It wasn't appropriate in such a situation. Außerdem soll man ja uns nicht so viel Wahl lassen, ne? Olga Dimitrievna shouted for a while and left.
Let's go.
Yeah. Lena didn't grab onto my arm on the way back. I was a little bit frustrated, but wasn't too certain to make the first step. We kept silence again. It was not typical of Lena to start a conversation, and I just didn't know what to say after everything that happened at the pier. She kept looking at the ground all the way back, keeping her usual expression. What a bizarre change. Or to be more precise, bizarre was the smile on the pier and Lena's words. She stopped at the square.
Well, I have to go.
Okay.
Thank you for today.
Yeah. Lena turned around and headed to her cabin, and I kept standing where I was. What the hell was that? The dance, the sudden change in the mood and everything was back to usual. It looked like I was embracing another Lena that short moment. Das ist bestimmt nur eine Masche. That's right, she wasn't herself. She seemed a completely different person. Maybe I don't know her well enough? Ich meine, ich habe doch schon 3-mal 5 Minuten mit ihr gesprochen. Eigentlich muss ich sie doch schon super kennen. I had a feeling before that Lena hides something under her mask of shyness. It takes much longer than 2 days to understand someone. Then what should I do? Maybe I was just seeing things. I walked to the leader's cabin. The whole camp was sleeping, so there was no one to see me. So what? What's wrong about a pioneer taking a walk at night? And when I was almost at the door, I heard a noise behind me. The branches of the bush near the trees rustled as if someone moved there. Na, Uliana vielleicht? There shouldn't be any wild animals around here. Someone must have watched me. That very moment, I rushed in the direction of the noise, forced myself through the bushes, and looked around. It was too dark, and I didn't see anything or anyone. There was no point to keep going. Even if someone was watching me, he must have been gone already. Also gebe ich gleich auf. I went back to the cabin. The light inside was on. Looks like she was still awake. Standpauke, Standpauke, wir kriegen... Semyon, where have you been? What do you mean, where? Me and Lena have been sorting medical supplies in the infirmary. I told you before that I would do it in the evening. Really? When was that? Took you long enough. I was in the infirmary about half an hour ago. It was closed and the lights were off. Well, we decided to take a little walk. I've read myself while he is having a walk. Well, sorry. I'll let you know beforehand next time. Please do. Go to bed, it's late. I can't help agreeing with her. It was by all means a hot day. I was too tired to think about the evening's events, and I doubt I would get any decent thoughts. The main thing is that I have not a single idea how to react to all of that. To Lena, to the camp, to this whole world. The whole new world. I practically haven't spent a minute on looking for the answers. Moreover, I've been avoiding it as if the possible discovery scared me. And Lena. The time I spent with her was much more important than all of the attempts to return to the real world. I could worry myself out for a long time, trying to understand what I did do wrong and what I didn't do at all, but exhaustion overcame me. Day 4. Ich mag übrigens dieses alte B-Scheibentelefon hier. Whoa. I woke up from a hellish jingling inside my head. Whoa. The jingle seemed to come from the depths of my consciousness. Aber es war nur der Wecker. But after I came to my senses, I realized that the cause of the jingle is my alarm clock. Strange. Where did it come from? Why is it standing near my bed? Also sonst packe ich ja nämlich immer das Ding in meinen Schuhschrank oder in meinen Badezimmerschrank. Warum sollte es neben meinem Bett stehen? Der Wecker. Bitte. Abstrus. It was 7:30 according to the clock. Olga Dimitrievna has already left, and there was nobody to force me into coming to the lineup. Thus, I can sleep a bit more. I closed my eyes, but seemed like my consciousness already had its coffee and was ready for a long, productive day. I need to get up. I should plan my day out. After all, I need to find at least something today. Ja, bitte. But still, nothing came to my head. Fine, I need to wake up completely and wash myself. On my way to the wash stands, I meet Danya. What got you up so early? Wieder die Stimme vergessen, also spontan. Anything wrong with being up early? She looked at me as if I had insulted her. No, nothing, just being curious. None of your business. Gosh, Xenia isn't very sympathetic, even in a good mood. But today, she just looked furious. Cold water cheered me up. Fog in my head dissipated and my thoughts started arranging themselves. Curiously, I started to worry about occupying a good place in the canteen more than about finding answers. I brushed my teeth and was going to leave when a quiet wafted past my ears. A quiet? What? It's probably a squirrel or something, or some other animal. Also, vielleicht a quiet noise. I heard another waft, this time a little bit farther. I walked 10 meters along the path, searching for the source. Nobody, just the morning forest. Oh Gott, beobachtet uns schon wieder jemand. Das ist ein bisschen unheimlich. Und ich weiß nicht, wer es ist. Ich hatte es vorher nicht. Ich glaube, jetzt ist alles anders, weil ich jetzt zum Teil Lena her bin. Ja! Oh Gott, sie habe ich total vergessen. Ich glaube, sie war so ganz schnell am Sprechen, ne? Da verhaspel ich mich bestimmt noch mehr. I returned to the washstands and saw Miku, who was looking for something in the grass. Oh, sie kommt näher. Noticing me, she smiled and jumped up to me. Ah! Hello! Oh, hello, good morning. I accidentally scanned up my tooth powder, just trying to gather lower back. Dude grass didn't seem to be helping her. Are you sure that's a good idea? Well, why? What else can I do? I don't have any more. It was my last. Ah. She pouted as a child, but just her favorite toy taken from her. Here, I give you mine. I digged in my bag. No toothpaste there? Strange. Didn't I put it in there? I walked away for just a minute and now it's gone. Listen, it looks like I've forgotten it. Sorry. I didn't want to tell her that it has just gone missing. Knowing the sensitivity of this girl, it was safe to assume that vanishing household chemicals would impress her so much that her brain would reset itself in order to avoid overheating. Wir hatten doch noch gar nicht so viel mit ihr zu tun, oder? Well, I go. Yeah, she is with us. I mean me in the music club. I'm still on there, but Aha, sie hat also mehrere Persönlichkeiten. Miku's voice faded in freshness of a summer morning far behind me. Getting back to the leader's cabin, I took my cell phone and looked after the battery meter. Enough power for a day, maybe even less. Of course it won't have me much in here, but still, finding a charger in the 80s means inventing it. I was going to head for breakfast when somebody knocked the door. Bam! Knock it down. It was Lena.
Good morning.
Yeah, good. I was taken aback a bit. The events of the previous day were still fresh in my memory, but I didn't really want to speak about them. You're probably looking for Olga Dimitrievna, aren't you?
Well, no. I mean, yes.
Lena was her usual self, shy and easily embarrassed. That dance on the pier, now it seemed no more than a dream. She's not here, I'm sorry.
Okay then. I'll go.
Okay. When Nina left, I thought that I was too cold towards her, so I decided to be nicer on the next encounter. Still, regardless, the next morning, the morning was shining beautiful. Bright sun was shining over the lost in space and time pioneer camp Sovyanok, warming its tenants and filling them with energy to spend the day productively. Or in my case, to waste it in futile efforts to find an explanation for everything happening here. There was an unusual crowd near the canteen. Unusual is the Frühstück side, oder? Of course, there was no other place in the camp that pioneers loved as much as the canteen, but why crowding at the porch? I came closer to find out what was going on. It looked like all the camp gathered at the porch. There were all the familiar girls, Olga Dimitrievna and Electronic. They were having a lively discussion. I drew closer. Ah, Semyon! Have you seen Shurik today? No, what's the matter? We can find him since the early morning. Disappearance of pioneers. Well, that's something new. But he was with you yesterday? She was talking to Electronic. Yes, he was. So you woke up this morning and he wasn't anywhere near? No. Ich mein, negative. Why didn't you come to me immediately? Well, I thought that he got up earlier and went for water procedures or something.
Didn't he mention anything yesterday?
Interjected Slavia. For example,
that he's going somewhere, for instance?
Nope. What exactly is so horrifying about that? It's only 9 a.m. He might have decided to go for a walk.
You don't know, Shurik.
She overlooked me seriously. Well, I don't. But I didn't see anything suspicious in that situation. Okay, let's stop panicking. We'll find him.
How could he miss breakfast?
Uljana grinned. Oh Gott, bitte nicht noch mehr Leute. Ich bin schon froh, dass ich die Stimmen gerade habe. Oh nein.
Exactly. Time to eat anyway.
Pioneers have proceeded into the canteen. Yet again, I have no choice where to stick in. The only 3 places were at the table with Alyssa and Uljana.
Take a seat.
She pointed at the chair next to her. I sat down.
Aren't you gonna grab your food?
Good idea. I haven't thought about that. Warum sollte ich mir Essen holen, wenn ich frühstücken will? Breakfast didn't look differently from the yesterday's one, but it looked more appetizing. Or maybe I was just very hungry. Or maybe I was eager to finish it off as soon as possible to evade yet another of Uljana's pranks.
Wanna go to the beach with us today?
When?
Right after the breakfast.
Generally speaking, entertainment wasn't on my agenda today, but if I was going to spend time thinking, why shouldn't I do it while getting the suntan? Sure, why not? Ah, Semyon! Focus! Focus! Du hast doch ein Ziel!
Ah, cool!
She smiled nicely. Bet you're planning another prank.
No, not at all.
Nein. Uljana waved her hands at me. No.
Sure thing.
Alyssa grinned.
She's all like that. No way.
I think she's right.
Nobody doubts.
Uljana took a tray with dirty dishes and stood up.
Bon appetit.
She said it in such a way which left no doubts. Nothing good awaits me today at the beach. Dann geh nicht hin. Me and Alyssa were left alone. You know, I guess I shouldn't be going with you after all.
Why is that?
Well, I've got something to do. What the fuck?
And what exactly would that be?
She looked in my eyes so that I didn't even find an appropriate excuse. I don't even have a swimsuit.
Try mine.
You think it will fit me?
Give it a try.
Versucht sie mir anzuflirten. I don't think it's worth it.
Don't be a wimp.
Oh ja, so kriegt man die Leute. Sehr weicher.
We'll find you swimming trunks.
Das war eine komische Stimme. The phrase only added to my fear.
Wait me by the canteen. I'll be back soon.
Okay. There's nothing bad in waiting for her, isn't it? Finishing my breakfast, I left the building and sat on the stairs. Ob wir das nächste Mal zum Strand gehen oder nicht, hören wir in der nächsten spannenden Folge von Everlasting Summer. Das Camp voller seltsamer Mädels und eigenartiger Geschehnisse. Bis dann, euer Nerdmädchen.